great seeing you guys. Thanks so much for showing up here today.
Thank you.
You know, as I was telling Kimon from React Radio, the idea that they have to pay testament and give tribute to your incredible daughter who left us in some senseless violence a couple of years ago is something that I think is so extraordinarily important. I'd like to get a sense of your sentiment, your ideas, your thoughts on the bookstore being named in her honor.
Well, I always say that Charnice was someone who always loved books.
Yeah.
She grew up with books.
Yeah.
She started reading when she was very little, before she could actually talk with a conversational skill.
Wow.
She could actually read a book.
Wow.
Before she was 3. And she would read 100 books over the summer every year when she was little. So books meant a lot to her.
Yeah.
She loved reading.
And I say we lost her, but she lives, and she lives through this bookstore. And for her to receive this kind of tribute, and I know that people in the community are applauding it because people saw her as being a pillar in the community.
Charnice was a woman of faith.
Yeah.
She put Christ first in her life, and she never believed anything was impossible for her. Amongst all the things that were obstacles to everyone else, they became achievements for her. Reading was fundamental to her living.
Yeah.
Not only the Word of God, but every other book that she could get her hands on.
Yeah.
And what we have lost in our community through violence and hate and sheer gluttony is that sense of a woman who prevails.
Yeah.
Even in afterlife, her name lives on.
Yes.
And so
yes.
we are thankful for Kimon and the rest of the community east of the river that have decided to honor her with this bookstore.
Yeah.
There are those who say, well, why do you need a bookstore? You have public libraries.
Yeah.
Well, that's never a question in wards 1, 2, or 3.
That's right.
And so this is my statement to those who are watching you rock, and I honor you as a tremendous communicator and great commentator on the air. This is my message to everyone. In her living, she lived for Ward 8 and Ward 7. She wrote for Ward 8 and Ward 7.
Yes.
And she was taken from us in Ward 8 and Ward 7.
Yeah.
The best thing that America can do is honor this young woman by sending donations, sending books, and always remembering that there is another daughter out there, another young woman of faith who wants to read. And when she does, she gets the power necessary to not only illuminate a nation, but also to save it.
And I want to say this, that I say this without any equivocation, hesitation whatsoever. Knowing how she was a woman of faith, it really is not Kimon, it's not Avis, it's not you guys, it's not certainly not Rock Newman. But this is one of those instances where I truly believe that this idea was divinely inspired and dropped. And we know that when if something is divinely inspired, reality is next.
Yes.
Thank you both for being with us today.
Thank you.
God bless you.
God bless you.
All right.